Watts and Officer Lewis. Just what are you two doing? I'm going to find out.
Hi, I'm Miss Jean. Join me on a trip to Discovery Mountain, where the air is clear, almost clear enough to hear your imagination, and where every day is an exercise in faith. Join me for today's expedition in Discovery Mountain. Today's episode, Moses Remembers, is number 5 in our story series, Family Matters. Last time, reporters descended on Discovery Mountain, just trying to get a photo of Emma and Ethan, the governor's kids. Parker Dean chased them away, but who is he anyway? Wyatt helped Emma and Ethan escape from the school. He seems to have a lot of empathy for them. I wonder why that is. Well, today's faith exercise is a wonderful Bible promise, a promise that maybe your parents or grandparents have claimed for you. Listen, and you'll hear your faith exercise, all with a little help from Mr. Simon.
Hello, young man. Hello, young man.
Oh, sorry, were you talking to me? I had my earbuds in.
Yes, I was. Parker Dean.
Oh, nice to meet you. I've seen you around at school. I'm Wyatt Watts.
Mr. Watts, thank you for your assistance with the reporters.
Oh yeah, no problem. I know how they felt.
Your quick thinking protected the subjects. Good work.
Oh, well thanks. Are you looking to hire an assistant?
An assistant? No, I'm not. Why?
Oh, well ever since Mr. Bilsby donated a new cafeteria to Discovery Mountain Camp, I've been out of a job.
Ah, that's what all the construction noise is.
Yup. I could help with your security. I have some experience with my dad.
Experience? Oh, is your father in the Secret Service, son?
No, not exactly.
Is he in local law enforcement?
No, he's not exactly a police officer. Security
guard?
No, but he spends a lot of time with them. That's where my experience comes in. Are you with the Secret Service?
No, not exactly.
Police officer?
No, not exactly. And before you ask, not exactly is the answer to your last and final question as well. All right?
Well,
thanks again.
Wyatt shoved his hands into his pockets and pulled out his earbuds. As he did, an important piece of paper came out of his pocket with them and landed on the ground beside him. Wyatt didn't see it fall.
well, see you around, Parker Dean.
See you, Wyatt.
Hey, Wyatt.
He can't hear you, Emma. He has headphones in.
Oh, that's okay. So, what are you doing today, Parker Dean?
Well, that depends on you and your brother, young lady. What are your plans?
Well, since there's no school today, I don't have much of anything planned.
All right.
I'm going to find a snack at Trekker's, and then I think I'll curl up on Aunt Amanda's couch and read a book. Or take a nap. Either one would work.
Affirmative. I'll leave you to your day then, miss.
Oh, Parker Dean, you dropped something.
I don't believe so.
Yeah, here. It looks important.
It's a visitor's pass for the Pine Lake Correctional Facility.
Oh, Kayla told me that her dad visits there every weekend.
Officer Lewis?
Yeah, maybe he dropped it.
I'll get this to its owner, Emma. Don't you worry about it.
All right, bye.
Bye. A visitor's pass for the Pine Lake Correctional Facility. Wyatt Watts must have dropped it. But why does he have it in the first place? I'm going to find out.
Oh, good morning, Emma.
Good morning, Mr. Simon.
What may I help you with today?
Well, I could use a snack, but I'm not quite sure what.
Let me see if I can help. Are you small, medium, or large-sized hungry?
I'd say small-sized hungry.
Okay, that helps.
And a medium-sized thirsty.
Then I have just the snack for you.
Ooh, what is it?
How about a smoothie? Satisfies hungry and thirsty all at the same time.
Sounds delicious. Could it be a strawberry and mango smoothie with no banana?
Of course, but I have one important question.
Yeah, Mr. Simon?
What do you have against bananas? I mean, what did they ever do to you?
Oh, nothing. I just don't like them in smoothies.
Well, all right, I won't argue. One smoothie coming up.
As Mr. Simon scooped up the frozen fruit and poured the milk, Emma walked around the store. With each step across Trekker's gently creaking floorboards, she thought about her mom.
All right, young lady. One banana-free strawberry mango smoothie.
Oh, yum. Thanks, Mr. Simon. Let me try. It's delicious. Mr. Simon,
Yes, Emma.
did my mom ever come in for smoothies when she was my age?
Smoothies? Oh, no. The smoothie machine is a very new addition to Trekker's.
Oh,
Your mom was here in the store a lot when she was your age.
she was?
Of course. Now, let's see. That would have been during the frozen yogurt experimental year.
Experimental year?
Yes, well, frozen yogurt machines were all the rage, so I bought one for Trekker's. It didn't work out very well.
No? Why not?
The refrigerator truck couldn't keep up. By the time the frozen yogurt made it all the way up the mountain, let's just say it wasn't very frozen anymore.
I see.
Emma, your mom was a pretty special teenager.
She's an amazing mom. I miss her a lot.
I'm sure she's grown up to be a lovely person. I haven't seen her, well, since she left Discovery Mountain.
Mr. Simon, why do you think my mom sent Ethan and me here? I mean, she never even told us about Discovery Mountain or growing up here or about anything.
Well, that's your mom's story to tell, sweetheart. But I think I know part of the reason.
Yes?
Hold that thought. Let me help this customer and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Meanwhile, as Emma sipped her smoothie and Mr. Simon helped his customer, Wyatt climbed into Officer Lewis's police car. It was time for their weekly trip to Pine Lake Correctional Facility. This week, they were being watched.
All right, hop in the front seat, Wyatt.
Hey, Officer Lewis, last week you promised me.
Promised you what, Wyatt?
You promised me you'd let me run the siren.
I did? Now why would I do that, son?
Oh, come on. You know I love pushing the siren button.
You can run the siren, but not until we're about halfway down the mountain, all right?
All right.
All right, Wyatt Watts and Officer Lewis. Just what are you two doing? I'm going to find out.
Bye. Come again. I see you polished off that smoothie.
Oh, yeah. It was delicious. Mr. Simon, you were going to tell me something, remember?
Oh, yes, right. We were talking about your mom, Katie.
Yeah, she goes by Kate now.
Yes, I'm not surprised. Emma, your mom, grew up here. She went to Discovery Mountain Academy. She went to church each week.
Yeah, we never go to church now.
Oh,
Well, I went once with my friend Lacey and her family, but that's it.
I see. Well, Emma, your mom, was raised as a Christian. She learned all the stories of the Bible, even as a little girl.
All of the stories?
Yes, and I don't think she forgot her upbringing. There's a verse in the book of Proverbs that tells me so.
Proverbs?
Yes, Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 6, it says, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it."
Ah, so you think that Mom remembers what she was taught as a girl?
I know it.
I'm learning one Bible story in the freshman Bible class.
Oh, good. Jake's a good teacher.
It's the story of Moses.
Moses was a great man of God.
Was he? We just finished the part where he's a baby on the River Nile.
A good story.
Yeah, but I looked ahead. It skips right to when he's an adult.
Oh, you must be reading in Exodus chapter 2.
Well, yeah.
There's a bit more in the New Testament, but we don't really know a lot about his youth.
I just can't stop wondering. What was it like for Moses to go from his home to the palace?
Oh, I've thought about that often myself. The Bible doesn't tell us exactly.
Well, what do you imagine it was like for Moses?
Well,
How do you imagine it, Mr. Simon? Please, can you tell me?
since you're asking so nicely, let me tell you. This is what I imagine Moses' life as a youth must have been like. Sort of a Proverbs 22 story.
Just like Emma, I've often wondered what life was like for Moses growing up in the palace. We're going to take a short break, but don't go anywhere. We'll hear Mr. Simon's story again right after this.
Hi, I'm Donovan Reeder, and I play Principal Reeder on Discovery Mountain. But I'm the real principal of Campion Academy, located in Loveland, Colorado. Campion Academy is a boarding high school whose mission it is to prepare our students to share God's love with the world. With opportunities such as mission trips, training and giving Bible studies, literature evangelism, and student-led chapels, our students are challenged to take their faith and walk with Christ to the next level. To find out more about our rigorous academic program or set up a tour, visit us online at campion.net.
Hello, I'm George Swanson. I play Mr. Simon here on Discovery Mountain. In real life, I work for the Voice of Prophecy, the ministry that brings you this program. The Voice of Prophecy has been around for a long time, more than 85 years. And this program is just one of several that we have available right now or are planning to roll out in the near future. I invite you to listen to our flagship program called Disclosure, hosted by Sean Boonstra. Disclosure is a one-hour program featuring relevant topics for today. You can listen to Disclosure on all of the major podcast platforms, on iHeartRadio, and online at disclosureradio.com. You've fed your kids spiritually. Now take a little time for you. That's disclosureradio.com.
Let's listen as Mr. Simon tells Emma a story about what he imagines life was like for Moses as a young man in the Pharaoh's palace.
After Moses was rescued from the Nile River by Pharaoh's daughter, he went home to be cared for by his own parents. Moses' mother used every one of those precious moments to teach the boy about God.
Moses! Moses!
Mother, he's playing with Aaron. Look, they found a frog.
My precious boys. Oh, let me see what you found today.
It's a frog.
Hold on tightly or he'll jump out. Oh, not that tight.
Yes, look at this little frog. His skin is smooth and then bumpy. His skin is a little bit green and a little bit brown, isn't it? Look at his big bulging eyes.
Yeah.
Look at his long legs. God made this frog. He made all the frogs. He created them for leaping. Moses, God created the frogs. He created you, and He created me. He is the one true God who has the power to create. God alone hears our prayers, and He alone can help us. Remember that, Moses. Remember that God created the frogs, and He alone is the one who deserves our praise. Moses, when you are in the palace, don't forget this.
Mother, are you crying?
Go back and play with Aaron, my darling. Go back and play.
Okay, Mommy.
Mother?
Miriam, we won't have him much longer. Soon we must take him to his mother at the palace.
Yes, Pharaoh's daughter won't wait forever.
There's so much I want him to know. There's so much I have to tell him.
Mother, it isn't an accident that Pharaoh's daughter rescued Moses from the Nile River. God has a plan for him.
I know, Miriam. It's God's will. I just want to shield him from the palace life. The lying, the flattery, the worship of false gods.
Mother, we can pray for Moses, now and when he's at the palace.
Yes, Miriam. I won't stop praying for him. Not ever.
Moses stayed in his birth family's home as long as his mother Jochebed could keep him. Eventually, the boy grew, and it was time to deliver him to the palace and to Pharaoh's daughter. At the palace, his education continued. Learning at the palace was much different from learning from his mother. but he never forgot her careful instruction.
453, I told you.
Yes, Your Highness, that is the correct answer.
I told you not to doubt me.
Well, sir, I'm the tutor and you're the student.
Yes, I know. Now, give me a harder question.
Sir?
Oh, did you remember to tie up the horses after the chariot ride?
Oh, no, I forgot.
Well, we better go fix that.
Don't worry about it. Surely somebody will remember to tie them up. They'll be fine. Now, here's a tougher math sum for you. What is...
Moses! Yes, Mother.
Did you forget to tie up the horses after your chariot ride?
Well, here's the thing.
We tied them up, ma'am, safe and secure, right to Pharaoh's own stable.
Is that so?
Yes, ma'am, that's absolutely true.
Then why, can you please tell me, are Pharaoh's horses running freely throughout the courtyard?
Well, I couldn't say, ma'am.
Moses, go down at once. The horses are running wild. Tie them up.
Yes, Mother, right away. You lied to her.
Prove it.
But you...
Just go clean up, Moses. You still have a lot to learn about how life at this palace works.
Moses corralled the horses and tied them securely to the palace stable. His tutor lied to his mother. The thought left a terrible, sinking feeling in Moses' heart. The words of his mother Jochebed rang in his ears.
Moses, you must always tell the truth, son. You hurt yourself, you hurt others, and you hurt the God who loves you when you tell a lie. Remember that, Moses. Remember that lying is never the right choice. Moses, when you are in the palace, don't forget this.
Moses remembered.
Hi, kids. Please excuse the interruption. I want to talk to the adults listening with you. Now, when I'm not busy working on Discovery Mountain, I'm busy being a mom. I juggle work, music lessons, and trips to the orthodontist. There never seems to be extra time at the end of the day, or extra money at the end of the month. But it's important to my husband and I to support causes that we see making a difference in the world. And the ministry that brings you Discovery Mountain, the Voice of Prophecy, well, that's top of our list. Now, I found an easy way to support this ministry, and it doesn't take a penny out of the family budget. It's Amazon Smile. Whenever I make a purchase at Amazon.com, the Voice of Prophecy automatically receives a donation. Find out more about this easy-to-use program that won't take anything out of your orthodontics budget at smile.amazon.com and add the Voice of Prophecy as your charity. Thank you for helping us make a difference in kids' lives.
All right, Your Highness, your history lesson is complete for today. Roll up your scroll.
Oh, good. History is not my favorite.
Sir, but you excel in the subject.
Excel?
Yes, sir. You have an excellent mind for remembering dates and key military battles.
Quit flattering me. You have to say that stuff because my mother pays you to be my tutor.
Actually, sir, the Pharaoh pays me.
Well, even more reason to flatter me.
And when you're a wise and strong Pharaoh one day, perhaps you'll remember your kind tutor.
Flattery again.
Flattery is what this place runs on, my boy.
Well, I suppose I have to be stuck in a room all day alone.
You're not alone. I'm with you, sir.
Yes, if I'm alone with you, at least you flatter me. I could be a wise Pharaoh one day.
As Moses stood up to look out across the balcony, he imagined himself as ruler of all that he could see. Just as the thought made his chest swell with pride, he remembered the words of his mother, Jochebed.
Moses, when you are in the palace, people will flatter you. You are wise and strong, my son. But don't let their words fool you. Remember, they will love you only for what you can do for them. Moses, when you are in the palace, don't forget this.
Moses.
What'd you say?
I said that when you are Pharaoh and ruler over all the lands that you can see, you will remember your tutor, won't you, Moses?
I remember many things right now, and my tutor is not one of them.
But sir?
Come, let's get back to work. Bring out the next scroll.
Moses learned in the palace. Oh, he learned so much more than history or poetry or government policies. All the while his mother Jochebed's careful instructions stayed with him.
And the square root of...
Moses, have you forgotten the time?
I don't think so.
You're supposed to be in the temple.
course I am. I'm sorry.
Well, come with me.
Moses, why are you always in such a hurry?
Oh, should have tied my sandal straps.
You need to slow down and learn some patience, boy. Tie your sandals.
Come, my son. Tonight we worship at the temple of the goddess of fertility.
Another temple and another god?
Yes, of course, there's many gods. This goddess brings children to families. Perhaps she brought you to me, Moses.
Oh?
All right, quiet now. Let's step inside.
Mother, is that the painting? Is that what she looks like?
Yes, isn't she beautiful?
Her head looks like a frog.
She's part frog, part woman. Now quiet, my son.
Moses sat at the temple, looking at the image of the Egyptian goddess. As he looked, he remembered the day at the river's edge so long ago. He was playing with his brother. And then...
Look at this little frog. His skin is smooth and then bumpy. His skin is a little bit green and a little bit brown, isn't it? Look at his big, bulging eyes.
I remember the frog.
Look at his long legs. God made this frog. He made all the frogs. He created you and he created me. He is the one true God who has the power to create. God alone hears our prayers and he alone can help us. Remember that, Moses. Remember that God created the frogs and he alone is the one who deserves our praise. Moses, when you are in the palace, don't forget this.
I won't forget.
Shh, Moses.
I'm gonna go wait outside in the courtyard.
But our prayers.
Moses stepped out of the temple and back into the cool, clear night. He remembered his mother Jochebed's words. He hadn't forgotten.
Lord, I remember. I remember that you're the one true God. Lord, you can hear my prayers. Will you help me?
Moses, are you ill?
No, Mother, I'm not. I was just thinking.
Oh?
Yes, and remembering. Come, let's walk back to the palace.
All right, my son, all right.
Moses learned and studied in the palace until he was 40 years old. The careful instructions of his mother Jochebed never left him. He was never alone.
Well, Mr. Simon, did all of that really happen to Moses?
Oh, Emma, remember, I told you it was a story.
A wonderful story. I liked imagining what life was like for Moses in the palace.
Yes, the Bible only gives us hints, but that's how I like to imagine it. One thing is very true.
Yes? What's that?
The lessons we learn about God stay with us if we choose to remember.
Oh, like the verse you told me about earlier. What was it again, Mr. Simon? I want to look it up when I get back to Aunt Amanda's house.
Here, I'll write it on a sticky note for you. Proverbs 22 and verse 6. Your Aunt Amanda bought you a Bible?
No, she gave me my mom's old Bible to use. It's really special.
That is special.
Is that why my mom sent Ethan and me here, do you think? Do you think that she remembers all the things that she learned here at Discovery Mountain?
Yeah, I believe that's at least part of the reason why.
Like Moses in your story, she remembers, doesn't she?
Yes, I imagine she does.
So, what's the other part of the reason?
Oh, well, that one's obvious, isn't it?
I guess not, because I'm asking.
Well, it's family. This is home.
Yes. Yes, I see.
Oh, hey, hello there, Wyatt.
Oh, hi, Mr. Simon. Hi, Emma.
Hey, Wyatt.
Mr. Simon, I lost my visitor's pass today. Did I drop in here by chance?
Your visitor's pass that you need for your weekly visit?
Yeah, don't worry. They let me in without it this week. The guys all know me there. But they said I have to have it for next weekend.
Well, I haven't seen it, son. I'll keep my eyes open.
What kind of visitor's pass, Wyatt? I'll keep my eyes open too.
Oh, my pass for the Pine Lake Correctional Facility.
The what? Oh, that was yours?
Yeah, you found it?
Yeah, this morning outside in front of Trekkers.
This morning? Oh, I must have dropped it there when I was talking to Parker Dean.
Parker Dean! I gave him the pass to give to Officer Lewis.
Oh, brother. So that's who was following us today. For a security guy, he's not very good at being sneaky.
Sorry, Wyatt. Well, now you know how to get it back.
I wonder why he was following us.
Oh, Wyatt. He was probably just making sure you're not a security threat to Emma and Ethan.
Oh, okay.
Wyatt?
Yeah?
Why do you have the visitor's pass to the Pine Lake Correctional Facility?
Oh, so I can visit my dad every weekend.
He works there?
No, he's a prisoner there.
A prisoner?
Yeah, like an inmate.
Really?
Yeah, my dad's in jail. See you tomorrow at school.
Bye, Wyatt. I'll talk to Parker Dean if he comes in here.
Thanks, Mr. Simon.
Well, what do you make of that? I did not see that one coming.
No?
No, but it sure does explain a lot. A lot.
Now, how about you? Did you figure out that Wyatt's dad was in jail? It does explain why Wyatt has been so helpful to Emma and Ethan since the news about their dad broke. I wonder what's happening with Governor Ward. Maybe we'll find out in our next episode. Well, Mr. Simon's story had a wonderful faith exercise, didn't it? Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 6 is a wonderful promise. Have you ever heard or seen someone doing something wrong and then remembered the words of a parent, grandparent, or maybe a teacher? Adults in our lives that love us and carefully teach us are a wonderful blessing from God. If that person is listening to this episode with you, give them a hug, won't you? I know they'll appreciate it. Keep listening to the next episode of this story series called Family Matters.
Hi, I'm Director Doug, and I didn't have a Palace tutor when I went to school. How about you? Who was your favorite teacher? What subject did they teach? I'd love to hear about it. Write to us and tell us about your favorite teacher at discoverymountain.com.
I'm Miss Jean, and you've been listening to Discovery Mountain, where the air is clear enough to hear your imagination, and where every day is an exercise in faith. To listen to other episodes and to send us a message, visit us at discoverymountain.com or write to us at Discovery Mountain, P.O. Box 999, Loveland, Colorado, 80539. And in Canada, write to Box 2127, Oshawa, Ontario, L1H 7V4. This is a production of The Voice of Prophecy. Join us again next time here at Discovery Mountain.